All right, so today we are going to get to observe our soil and the grass seed and even a little bit of grass today. So I'm really excited that we have some little sprouts coming up. So open up your packet to our observation page that we started last week. And right underneath where you wrote 4/7 last week, you can go ahead and write 4/14 underneath. You don't need to write the 20 because everything is going to happen this year. And right next to it, we are going to record everything we see, everything we notice about the potting soil. So we'll start with that one. So write the date in this box. And now we're going to take a look at that potting soil. Here we go. All right, so do you see not all of the seeds have sprouted, but a lot of them have. And if you take a look, like some of them are really long, but like this guy right here, oh, it's kind of hard for you to see at this angle. This guy right here is really tiny. So he's just starting to grow. And there's another really tiny one right here. So we're still getting some that are just starting to grow, but then we also have a few that are really tall. And if you take a look, oh, it's kind of hard, there's a glare. Do you see that white line right there? That is a root. That's why I like using clear plastic cups, because it's fun to look at the roots. Up here, you can see, let me try to block this light. Oops. There's some more roots. And we've got some more over here. This one goes down really far. Do you see these? So those are the roots of the grass. So that's how it's getting the water. So basically, I've been watering these at night, and we all know because of gravity, when you put water in a cup, it all falls to the bottom, right? So the water trickles through, goes to the bottom, and the roots grow, and they go down, and they suck up that water through their roots, and that helps the plant to grow. Okay, so let's move on to sand. Oh, and if at any point you need to pause this video so that you can write, go ahead and do that. So let's move on to sand. So underneath the box that says sand, we're going to do some observing. Now sand is a little bit less exciting, but there is something to see. Do you see that one little guy right there? Oh, it's a little bit blurry. Let me try to, there is one little guy right there, and there's one little guy right there. But otherwise, there is just not much to see. I don't really even see any roots. So we have a couple little sprouts, but they are very, very little. Okay, so let's move on to clay soil. Again, there's a lot of roots happening in this one. I'm going to start off by showing you guys the roots. Take a look at, oh, it's underneath this sticker, so it's kind of hard to see. But there are a whole lot of roots happening here. Let me peel this off so you can see a little bit of what's going on there. Take a look at those roots. Woo! Do you see all them? There's a whole bunch of roots in there. It's really cool to see. And this is what it looks like on top. So again, just like potting soil, there's a few that are super duper long, but there's still some itty bitty tiny ones that are just starting to grow. Let's see if I have like a lamp here, and I'm trying to make it so you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay. So write down what you see. Okay, so that's clay soil. And our last one is rocky soil. Now my husband actually said that he couldn't believe that the rocky soil grew that quickly. He did not think that the rocky soil was going to grow, but I made a believer out of him. You can even see there are some, let's see, I'm going to try to block the glare. There are some roots that you guys can kind of see in here. Oh, it's not focusing. Let's see, but hopefully you guys can sort of see. There are some roots going down in the rocks there. So, and again, there's some really little guys. There's some really tall ones. Okay, so I always love when they start growing and we get to see the roots, and it's just exciting to see things grow. I really like it. I have a garden and I always get really excited when I first start to see things coming up, because I know that whatever I did to put it in the soil and whatever, it means it's working, right? God's doing his thing by providing rain and good soil and sun, but I also played a part in it too by planting it. So I love gardening. I think it's a lot of fun. Hopefully this spring you'll get the opportunity to spend some time outside and maybe do a little bit yourself. Okay, so I mentioned before that we would be observing every day in science, but we're going to also start doing some like regular science lessons, right? So what